before we start analyzing some of the attributes, names, and titles that this angel of the Lord carries, I'll just summarize them quickly, and then we'll start assessing one by one. So this angel is called the Word of the Lord, the name of the Lord, the glory of the Lord, the face of the Lord, the arm or hand of the Lord, the prince, or like you said, commander of God's army, and even the Son. He's also called in whom God's name is, or God's face, the angel of the covenant. There's so many passages that speak of this similar terminology that we again see when in these passages this angel comes to the scene, like something magnificent usually happens. It can be salvation or redemption, it can be God's judgment, but it's never something mediocre. There's always something huge happening on the scene. And I also want to say that I was blown away, Pastor Wendor, when you gave us so many quotations of the church fathers. So this is not, and I'm saying this so that people will not think who are not well informed with this topic, they will not think that I'm inventing something or that you're inventing something, but actually in your book you're quoting so much of historical theology and early church fathers who used to see passages that we are assessing today also as seeing Christ in the Old Testament as the angel of the Lord. So I just think that that's very encouraging for all of us, and just to be reminded, hey, we're not inventing anything. Just like Dr. Heiser didn't invent anything with his divine counsel. We're just all relying on the shoulders of the giants, people who came before us and have been studying these difficult passages for millennia. So I just want to encourage everyone to grab the book and start studying.
Yeah,
Okay,
can
so
I
the
can I can I mention something about that? Because this was a really important thing to Matt and I. Um, so we break the book into three main parts. The first part is the biblical theology of it. So we try to take you through Genesis, from Genesis to Revelation, with the angel of the Lord, and everywhere that we could think of to look where he would be found, and that takes up the majority of the book. But then we spent the second part of the book talking about really just giving quote after quote after quote after quote of church fathers, and then of Reformation Christians, and then coming down even into the modern day, that saw the angel as Christ. And we did that precisely because there's a whole um, group of people out there that want to say that this is a new doctrine, and it's anything but. In fact, we found a letter, so it's called the Letter to the Six Bishops, and it was written, I forget, late second century or something like that. It had never been translated into English that I know of. And so we had our friend Michael Amati, who's a Hebrew professor at one of our seminaries, translate the thing for us, and we put it as an appendix to the book. And what that letter shows is that there was a heretic that was going around saying that the angel of the Lord is not Christ. And these six bishops wrote this letter to say, no, this is the only thing that the church has ever believed, going back to the apostles, that the angel of the Lord is Christ. And so anybody who says that he isn't is a heretic. That's what the purpose of the letter was. I mean, it was very, very strong apologetic, besides all the quotes that go on top of it, to say this is not a new doctrine. This is what the church has always believed since the very beginning. So again, I say that because to reiterate what you just said, that this is something that the church has always believed, and we're trying to recapture that understanding of Christ in the Old Testament for people today.